What's up, guys? This is Titan Lifestyle, live back again. It's 2 p.m. Happy Friday, everybody. Here with John, the owner, and my brother from another mother.
What's up? What's good?
We're going to get in some therapy of the week, topics. Q&A is my favorite part, so get your questions ready. And also Titan events, cars and tours coming up.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be exciting. That's really, really soon, too.
Yeah,
really
February
soon.
8th.
February 8th, Motor Enclave. Be there. This is going to be a great event for a great cause. And it's going to be a little bit different this year. It's not going to be a runway modeling show. It's going to be a static one on a podium, so it's going to be a little bit different.
So stand and turn or turn and stand? How's it?
Yeah, there'll be a couple models up on the podium, standing and turning, showing off the different things. And there'll be multiple podiums with multiple designers, so that's going to be really cool. There'll be inside and outside effect to this.
How many acres do you think the Enclave is? I keep hearing how big it is.
It's
like
hundreds of acres.
Hundreds?
Yeah, it's at least 100 acres.
Wow.
It's a really big property. I don't want to misspeak on this because somebody will hold me to it, but it's very, very big.
It's like its own town in there, I heard.
Yes, yeah. It's its own community. It's an auto community. If you guys don't know what Motor Enclave is, it's got a racetrack there. It's got your garage you can hold your vehicles, and condominiums in there. The exact same thing. Swimming pool area and off-road track and such. So, and their event center where this will be held is truly an amazing state-of-the-art facility. So
this is condos. So you could live there. You could own a condo there and stay there.
Yeah. Okay. Your garage, you can build your condo in there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
nice.
Super cool. Super cool.
So you could have a condo there, you have a garage there, so you can keep your car over there, everything over there.
So basically, yeah. So you buy this garage there, right? And then like they've got different size garages, but all of them will fit at least this, where you have 2 levels. So at that point, like your bottom is where you can park all your cars, and then you can go up your elevator or your stairs, whatever you want, and then you have your second half, which is like like a little apartment or a little small office, whatever you want there.
Nice. So you can basically just it's cool.
You can live. You can
so
live
you
there,
can keep the cars there and just go there and have fun with the cars there.
Yeah, and then like if you want to just chill or hang out or maybe have some friends, they can go in there. If it's a hot day because we live in Florida,
yes,
what it is.
It is a hot day. 80 degrees again today. So I know everybody else around the country is. Cold. They might be cold, but 80 degrees. I love it. Finally.
Yeah.
It was cold for a little while. I was miserable for a couple of weeks.
Me too.
When I stepped outside today, I was like, "Thank you, we're back. This is why I'm in Florida."
I know that cold's no good if you got some injuries and stuff like that too as well. Your joints ache and all that good stuff that comes along with it. That's why we live here in Florida.
It's terrible for your immune system, terrible for your joints, terrible for your throat, your everything. It's just bad altogether.
So let's get into the therapy of the week.
Let's get into it. Mot C.
All right. So Mot C, man, this is awesome. It's a peptide therapy. At that point they call it exercise in a bottle. What is this going to do? How does this work? Mot C is a little bit different. So this is ingrained in every cell in the body as far as that goes, and it actually works by supercharging your metabolism and actually your skeleton muscle too as well. So at that point, not only can you lose weight with this, right, or lean up per se, but you can actually gain some good tissue with this too.
I might need to throw this in there.
This is a very, very good therapy as far as that goes, reducing inflammation too as well, helping prevent osteoporosis, and like I said, promotes metabolic flexibility, and that means basically supercharging the metabolism and the functionality of the body, and having it work optimally. So this is really, really good. People that are going through muscle atrophy or anything like that, this could be something that they might want to look into too as well. This is a great one. So Mot C.
Exercise in a bottle. So this mimics exercise.
Yeah. I just seen this just got banned by WADA. So if it got banned
that means it works.
WADA, yeah.
That means it's good.
Yeah, they banned this, testosterone, like there was a couple of the new ones.
Yeah, it's kind of like the price of eggs. The price of eggs, once they say, eggs are now healthy, the price goes up.
Yep, that's right. Supply and demand there, right? Yeah. But yeah, so that's what it is. So Mot C is a really, really good one. We're offering $100 off this therapy package this week. If you do see this and maybe it's on the weekend, I'll honor it next week, but you got to say that you've seen it on Titan Lifestyle with me and Big Drew. If you say that, then you'll get it. If you don't, you will not, and I'll be looking at the order. So at that point, let us know if you want Mot C, and if you want any more information, just call or text us on it.
Also, too, when you guys are calling in or girls calling in, if you aren't familiar with the name and you just say, I want the one that does this, 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 and this, we have multiple things that do similar things. I know Testosterone. On paper, testosterone looks to be similar like this. So or IGF looks similar like this as well. So whenever you call in, just make sure you're saying the right thing that you want, and just ask the medical provider. You know, is this the one that I saw? Because we do a lot of videos. We have a lot of therapy of the weeks every week. So you might get this one confused with, like I said, Testosterone and other things. Just make sure you're saying the right thing. Or you could just call and say, hey, what's the therapy of the week?
Yes.
You know, that's the easiest way. Hey, what's the therapy of the week? And then they'll let you know, and then you can take it from there as well.
Yes. So we've got a guy, what is this, on TikTok, I believe. Joe Christ has said, ruining kidneys, livers, and heart valves daily. Take it from an old juice head. By 60, you're done.
Good.
So.
Good statement, Joe.
Good statement for sure. We definitely don't want to ruin kidneys, livers, or any heart valves. And the best way I could say, Joe, is that we're optimizing people's health and not just optimizing and getting people jacked up, right? Yeah. So internal health is very important. So obviously your liver and your kidneys and your heart are vital organs. That means that you need them to live. You know, with this, there are different ways that you can monitor these things too as well to make sure that you're healthy or that you're going in the right direction. That's why obviously blood testing for liver and kidneys right off the bat is one thing. Heart valves and heart and all that, there's a couple different scans that you can do. And we're about to partner up. We're about to give some referrals, I think, to this other scan place that does an MRI scan. I just found out about this yesterday. And the scan will scan in 4 minutes, and it will do a complete scan of your body. It will tell you over, I think it's like, I don't know, 300 cancers it can detect. Breast cancer, all like some pretty serious ones, and any heart issues whatsoever. So at that point, I mean, it's pretty serious. So, you know, for our area, I think this is going to be a game changer, and I know that he's not the only one in the country that has something like this. So, you know, it's going to be really, really good. But that's the thing, right? We don't want to do things that are going to hurt the body. We want to do things that are going to optimize the body, and that's what we do here at Titan. We don't hurt. And at that point, we want to check and make sure that you're already going in the right direction. That's why blood testing and other diagnostic testing is definitely recommended, and we recommend that to anybody out there.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to just be waiting. A lot of times, just like what guy Joe mentioned, said by 60 you're done. A lot of guys, they just, oh, I'm not there yet, not yet. They don't want to know, you know. So always better to find out before it's too late. Some of the stuff is irreversible too. If your kidneys get too far gone, or your heart or whatever, if you don't, if the plaque buildup is too high, you can get too far gone. So.
And you know that's the thing. Like if you're blood testing, you're gonna find out where your kidneys are at, and then if you see there's a problem, you'll be more focused on monitoring that, right? And then trying to get those functions back to where they need to be optimally, or at least stabilize them at where they're at, and not get them any worse. And
blood pressure too. I mean, blood pressure.
Direct effect on kidneys.
Blood pressure is direct effect on kidneys, and blood pressure you don't necessarily feel. I mean, you may not have a headache or blurred vision. You may just have high blood pressure. There's no signs, and all of a sudden one day you have a stroke or heart attack. God forbid something happens to you. So
this is true.
I know I was like that. You know, I don't get my blood pressure checked like I wasn't like I should. And all those years before I got with Titan, when I was eating McDonald's every single day. I mean, my blood pressure was probably sky high, but I wasn't paying attention. As soon as I got with Titan, I got my blood work done, and from there on, it's been completely different in terms of what I take, how long I'll take something. I need to make sure it's prescribed to me. I need to see the blood work. I need to see all that. I'm telling you, it's never too late. Just like this guy says, you know, when you get to be a certain age, you're done. You could be 55. You could be taking illegal things for 30 years or 20 years. It's not too late, you know. You can still take care of yourself now. Yeah,
I mean, you don't want to get past the point of no return, and at that point, like, you know, you can do it. I mean, you can reverse a lot of things, or at least stabilize some things. But if you just ignore it and keep going down that path, it's just going to cause more damage, and you're going to be in a worse position. All right, so just pack down oatmeal and peanut butter and just send it. I'm just kidding, trying to get a laugh. Well, that's definitely a laugh. It's all good, man. So yeah. I'm not an oatmeal eater, so at that point, peanut butter is okay, but it is what it is.
I'm not a peanut butter eater, but I'm an oatmeal eater. So
hey, we go together like that, right? It is what it is. Yeah. How's the process work? So the process of getting blood work, process of being a patient. Easy, very simple both ways. If you want blood work, you just call. We're going to get some demographics. We'll collect the payment. We're going to send you a prepaid lab requisition slip. And at that point, we're going to send you a link to the nearest lab locations in your area. You're going to take that slip in. You're not going to give an insurance card, no further payment. They're going to draw your blood. 3 to 4 business days, our medical staff will contact you and go over those results with you briefly. And if you want to get any help or go over it further with a medical provider, we can set up that consultation with you nationwide. Very simple, very easy. If you're looking for MOTS-C or anything else except for hormones, all you have to do is fill out the new patient paperwork. You'll see our medical provider via telemedicine if you're not in the beautiful state of Florida and you don't want to come here. And at that point, they'll go over a personalized regimen with you, go over that order with you, get it sent from the pharmacy directly to you, and at that point, you'll be on your way to optimal wealth and optimal health.
Yeah, it's pretty simple. You could also text that number as well. So
Yeah.
if you want to text it too. We have a guy saying we're looking at the wrong camera. Jay, it's because we're looking at the screen.
Yeah.
The screen with all the questions and all the info is this way, and the camera's this way. So if you see us looking off, it's so we can get to your questions. Bro.
Sorry, guys.
I got you, Jay. I'm going to look at you as much as I can.
I'm sorry.
I got to answer these questions, though. You see me
guys.
going like this. That's why.
Joshua Fitness. Hi, John. How are you? Doing great. Me and Big Drew are doing awesome. I hope you guys are all doing great, too, as well. All right. So if you guys don't have any questions about MOTS-C or you guys have any questions at all, go ahead and shoot them out to me and Big Drew. If not, we will go on to the first topic.
First topic, testosterone levels by country.
Woo!
You always hear of different people. Oh, in this country, they look this way. In this country, they look that way. Certain countries are over obese.
Yeah.
Certain countries are leaner. Certain countries have high muscle mass. Other countries, like Ethiopia and places like that, they're real lean and skinny. So I wanted to know, it's one thing in the United States if the north, south, east, and west, but I want to know as a world who has the highest testosterone levels. And I was actually shocked.
Wow.
When I looked at these numbers, I was assuming that, if you look at Canada, let's just start out with Canada. Canada as a whole, their average testosterone levels is only 350%.
Wow.
If you could click off of that, if you could just put it back. Yeah.
Average level is 402 there, right?
In Canada?
Yeah. 402 testosterone
402.
level. Huh.
So that's like half.
Wow.
Then if you look at the U.S., U.S. is not too far.
No,
450, which is still about half where you should be. So
yeah.
the United States, North America as a whole, in Canada, I think Canada was, let me see Canada, I think it's the same as the U.S.
402.
And then if you look at countries that have the lowest, countries like Brazil and Peru.
Wow.
Brazil
375.
Brazil only has 375. I thought Brazil would be higher I don't know why.
Peru's got
Because it's like a
414.
libido-driven city type.
Yeah.
Or a country, I should say.
All those girls with the big booties.
Yeah.
Right?
and then Peru was the same way. I was surprised with that. So
Wow.
those are the countries that have like the lowest.
Okay.
Australia is similar to Canada, U.S.
Kazakhstan.
But if you look at the highest, Uzbekistan. If you go to Uzbekistan, it's
Cameroon.
Uzbekistan 773.
Where is Uzbekistan?
So if you look at Uzbekistan, that's basically optimal levels here at Titan Medical. We try to get you between 850, 950. Yeah. So they're almost at optimal levels as a whole. And that's the average.
Wow.
That's the average. So that means there's plenty of people over there with 1,000 testosterone. Naturally.
Wow.
Naturally.
Wow.
African countries, as a bodybuilder, as knowing African bodybuilders, they're always known to have extreme amount of muscle. Mm-hmm. They have round muscles. So I thought theirs would be a lot higher than what it was. But Africa, the Sudan has 588. Nigeria is 625. Ethiopia is 671. Cameroon is 731.
That's good, man.
Now, 731, if you guys don't know, there's a lot of bodybuilders on Instagram and YouTube right now that are freaks. They're looking like Andrew Jack, Samson type look. And they're all from Cameroon.
Wow.
So, Cameroon, 731. So, if we were in Uzbekistan, it'd be hard to...
Fuck, man. I want to see some of their people.
They're already yeah.
Because, dude, it's an average. Average,
man. 773. Croatia.
That means there's a lot higher and there's a lot, a little lower, but you ain't going too low.
That means if you go to Uzbekistan, guys that pretty much go to the gym or guys that are like healthy, they're probably 1,000.
Wow.
Which is optimal. They're walking around optimal.
Man, that's crazy.
And Croatia 750.
That's crazy.
So it's just Russia as a whole country probably has the best overall. Mm-hmm. If you go to Russia, Brian, Russia has it's still low, 547, but as a whole biggest area-wise country.
So,
Not people-wise, but
Lloyd,
area-wise.
we do Arkansas. Nationwide, guys, wherever you guys are at, we do service. I just wanted to throw it out there. I apologize, Drew.
No, you're good. Arkansas, yeah, definitely Arkansas.
Yeah. I mean,
Only place we don't do is Idaho.
Yep.
But if you know someone in Arkansas and you live in Idaho, you can make it work.
Absolutely.
But yeah, it's crazy. No 800s on there.
Them Ethiopians be running for days. It's awesome.
Yeah, right.
Hey,
Ethiopia.
I mean,
it's crazy because Ethiopia, they have a high testosterone level, but
Yeah.
they don't have a high muscle mass.
Yeah.
And in Sudan, like the top 10 are 1, 2, 3. And the top 10 is Saudi Arabia, Sudan, Nigeria, Congo, Ethiopia, Mongolia, Azerbaijan, I don't know what that is, Cameroon, Croatia, and Uzbekistan.
Yeah. I mean, pride your environment.
So,
Use or lose it type
Basically,
situation,
everybody in the West has a higher testosterone level than the East.
That's crazy.
If you look at the world map, the West is dark blues, navy blues, and dark greens, and then the lighter the color green.
Wow.
All of Canada is low. All of the U.S. is low. All of North and South America is low.
Yeah.
There's not a single country in North America or South America that is even to 550.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah, I was shocked. I thought the top ones would be Africa. I thought it was going to be like Cameroon or something like that.
This was a good one, Drew, for sure today.
But now if you go to the lowest, lowest wasn't on this list. Actually, I think I might have lowest.
Well, I mean, you could
Yeah,
tell
I
the
can
map.
go from the bottom.
You could tell the map who's
If
the
you go,
yellowest.
if countries that have the lowest, I think Japan. Well, if you look at Czech Republic, 315.
Yeah, that's the lowest. Czech Republic at 315.
Yeah, Czech
And they
Republic's
got some,
315.
I heard they got some hot women over in the Czech, right? These guys can't keep up. That's why all these women want to get Americans, I think. And we ain't got that big of testosterone
Actually,
levels
yeah,
either.
Czech Republic is significantly low because the next two or three are 340, 350. They're 315.
So, all right. So this was the world population key and what the testosterone levels were. My next thing was that I have to look at the sample. You know, how many people they do, who are these people? Because if we look at people that are on HRT now, if they're through Titan Medical Center, they're going to be optimal levels. So they're going to be averaging at least 800.
Yeah.
So don't be like one of these Americans that are going at 400. At 400, I mean, you're not living optimal. You're definitely feeling some symptoms one way or the other.
I was dragging. When I first came to Titan years ago, I was 408 and I was dragging.
I was
dragging.
Don't be like that.
So that's pretty much the whole country's where I'm at.
Yeah.
The whole country's is not even half where they should be.
Yeah.
Now I'm interested to see what this number would be. I'll probably touch base on it maybe next week.
Yeah.
What this number was in 1950. Or what this number was in 1960 as a world, because the U.S. we're down so much, so
we can find out.
We'll go back 50 years.
Yeah.
I'll go back 50 years for next week, and I'll go off, just to see how much. I mean, everybody, we always talk about all the time how nowadays testosterone is only half what it used to be, and this and that, but that's pretty bad. I mean, that's pretty bad.
No, for sure.
That's pretty bad.
It definitely is.
There's that dark. Uzbekistan is the only country over there that's like dark. See it? That's the only one that's.
I know.
Optimal. The whole country, as an average, the whole country is almost optimal in testosterone.
That's nuts. It's crazy.
Now, last thing on this is I'm surprised they didn't list anything. Oh, yeah, that's okay.
So, Bill Funk, if you're already taking testosterone, when you get your blood work, your test levels will be high, right? If you're coming over to us like transfer of care type situation, if you already are prescribed testosterone, like from a physician, from a real life U.S. licensed pharmacy, then we're just going to verify that your levels can be like that. If you're getting it from one of your friends or some unknown source and you're doing it, then at that point we'd have to put you on a bridge program, get you off, get a baseline, and then get you all set. But we can do it too as well.
Got some guy down there says, Black Trump supporter says, I'm naturally 600. What does that say, Brian? I can't see if you could just.
I'm
33.
33, yeah.
That's great.
That's about a good. That's good. That's a good.
39 or 33. So here's the thing. Now, this is a thing for sure, like a fact. You're gonna lose at least 1% of testosterone levels as you go. So, and when did you do the blood test? Was it in the morning? Was it at night? Because it does make a difference, right? And what I mean by night is probably it'd be late afternoon, 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, or you go at 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning. It will definitely make a difference in what those numbers look like. And then what was free testosterone like too as well. I definitely want to correlate both of those because they both play a pivotal role in what you're going to feel and how you're going to perform. All right. What else do we
600,
got?
600 is good though.
600 is good.
It's a lot better than a lot of people we see coming here.
Black market. All right. So if you're on black market, we can still put you on a bridge program where you're not going to crash. Want to make sure you're taken care of. So if you want more information on it, please call or text 727-389-3220.
I'm not sure what he meant by that.
What's that?
Not under doctor's care at black market.
So when I asked if it was prescribed.
Oh, okay.
If all the plug pills look all the exact same, regardless of what they are, is it fake gear?
This guy is just asking. That doesn't. They can make anything look real. They can make any pill look like anything. The only way you'll know it's real if it's coming from a medical provider, from a U.S. licensed pharmacy in your name. That's how you can know it's real. There's plenty of fake stuff on there that is online that you could buy real. Whether it's a fake Gucci bag or fake Therapies, there's plenty of fake stuff out there.
The Go Mad diet.
Through a doctor, you never have to worry about that problem.
What is the Go Mad diet? I don't know what the
Go Mad
is. It says, untalked about topic. What do you guys think about the Go Mad diet on a test cycle?
Go mad? I'm not sure what that means.
Are you going to go mad on a test cycle? Is that what it is? Knee slapper. Go mad. Drinking a gallon of
milk in less time than consuming the equivalent of what? Wait, who's coming up with this stuff? Hold on. Drinking a gallon of milk a day provides about 2,400 calories and may help a person gain weight.
Yeah.
It may also have some negative health effects. Yeah, but you can get those calories plenty of other ways than the milk. I mean, there's a lot of fat in milk, a lot of lactose. It would mess up your stomach.
So yeah, this is where me and Drew we don't
milk
see
is
the
for
same
babies. Sorry, milk is for babies.
You will gain weight on drinking milk though.
Not good weight.
You don't think so?
I don't believe
What
that.
kind of milk? What kind of milk did you?
The thing is, you can gain weight if you're eating fast food every day. You can gain weight if you drink Mountain Dew every day. You can gain weight if you eat sugar or if you blend up 4 sticks of butter every night with some milk and drink it before you go to bed, you'll gain weight. But it's not quality weight. If I were to take the milk has the protein, so I'll give you that. Calcium, yes. Vitamin D, yes. But the fat is way too high.
But what if you get skim milk? 0%.
Skim milk isn't going to have the amount of calories as regular milk.
True that.
So a whole gallon of skim milk may only be 1,200. Now you got to drink 2 gallons of skim milk every day.
I wouldn't drink regular milk. I'm putting that out there. I wouldn't drink 2%. I wouldn't drink anything else. If I drink milk, the only thing I drink milk in anymore, skim milk, is in milkshakes, and I put like this much in there.
Yeah.
You know, and
I
that's
don't
just
do any
to
milk.
blend it.
Any milk at all.
Yeah.
And if I do, because I don't believe in the whole lactose intolerant. I mean, certain people, it's just like, you know how it is. Like 30 years ago, people didn't have all these terms. So certain people can drink milk, certain people can't. I know when I drink milk, it makes my stomach real, like, bloated and messes up my digestion. And ice cream does a little bit, but I try to get lactose free if I do it.
There are some things out there. Listen, if you get a negative effect from it, I definitely don't think it's a good idea.
For me, I wouldn't do it. But if someone, say if you're normally a skinny guy, skinny girl, it's hard for you to gain weight. You've been trying everything you could do. Yeah. You're not lactose. You can have milk, cheese. It doesn't bother you at all. Then that'd be for you. But I'm saying for me specifically, if I were to do milk, I would be. My stomach would be out to here, and I'd be on the toilet half the day. Yeah. And it would just mess everything else up. But if you can get away with it, hey. Yeah. I would much rather have some whey isolate protein with some water, with sugar-free, lactose-free, because I'm getting just as much protein as I am from the milk, and I only have to have 8 ounces in water, 25 grams, boom.
True.
A lot easier. Think if you were to do a gallon of milk a day, if you do a gallon of whey protein, whey isolate, get some quality whey isolate, use that gallon jug, dump that milk out, fill it up with water, put some protein in there, vanilla, shake it up, and then just drink off that all day long. You have a gallon of protein. Every time you're drinking something, just have a little bit of, it doesn't have to be
That's a
milk.
good way to do it.
What do we got next? Sleepmaxxing.
Sleepmaxxing.
What is Sleepmaxxing and how does it promote better sleep?
Okay, all right. So topic number 2 is Sleepmaxxing. That's my topic, and obviously,
I want to know what this is.
Right. So
every time he has a topic, I don't mean to cut you off, but I try to look it up to see. But this time I was like, I think I know what it is, but I want to. Because I think I do this, but I don't know.
When I seen the title Sleepmaxxing, what I thought was maximizing sleep as much as possible, right? And it kind of is that. It's to a certain degree. Sleepmaxxing is finding new, ingenuitive ways to get better, deep sleep. Because we know now, scientifically proven, that the deep sleep obviously gives you the best health benefits, right? Revitalizing, rejuvenating, repairing, like all that happens in really deep sleep. You have deep sleep and then you have REM sleep. And there's different ways now that people are trying, right, to get this deep REM sleep. Whether it's different supplementation or, opening their nostrils more so they can get more air in, or, taking some sort of different cocktails to sleep better per se. There's a lot of different things that people are trying. Like, it's taping their mouth shut.
That's
right. Breathing through their nose.
I wouldn't be able to relax enough to sleep with my mouth taped.
Me neither. And
I think
and honestly,
what if my nose gets stuffy and I die? Like, I'm not gonna.
There wasn't anything that scientifically that said that had any benefit whatsoever, right? Yeah. So, with this, there's different ways to track sleep now. Okay, and this is a big one. Now, I track sleep through my bed. My bed actually tracks sleep through my app, and I can tell every night like what my quality of sleep was. And I can also tell you what the air quality was in the room, and I can tell you, let me look at it. So last night was not a good night for me. I had 59 in quality of sleep. It also has my REM sleep and all that, and it tells me exactly what my deep sleep was, 12 minutes, that was horrible, and 50 minutes of REM sleep. You want to look at least 2 hours of REM sleep per night. Now, you don't got to buy a bed to get this information. I know there's a couple devices you can get, like they can go around your wrist, and it will tell you that. Like, this will tell me what my quality was all month. So I can tell, and literally I can tell what the air quality is in the room, and I can tell all this other stuff. That's really, really cool. But you'll feel the next day if you've got good sleep or not. You usually know when you don't get good sleep, right? Because you're affected the next day. Yeah. Whether you're a little bit more tired or groggy or don't have enough energy, or you just there's something that's off, right? So
I'm the lightest sleeper of all time. Like, I could be sleeping. If someone goes like this, I'm waking up. Like, so that's why with me it's like I have to turn off my phone. Yeah. I have to put the rain sound, like the surround sound with the rain. Yeah. Or sometimes I'll sleep in the other room that has the patio where I can open the door, so just the wind of it, because I live in a high floor, so like the sound. Or I sometimes have to play, like, I don't really do the music or TV, but as long as it's a steady sound, like a fan noise or like a rain sound. Yeah. But I have like a whole process. Sometimes I eat a big meal right before I go to bed, even though you're not supposed to, just to give me the itis and help me pass out. But there's so many people don't sleep anymore. We've been talking about that it's crazy.
Yeah, and sleep is really important, guys. I mean, they said there's more studies coming out about sleep and the body and everything like that. Your brain actually shrinks if you don't get enough sleep over time. It starts shrinking. It's super crazy, right? Like, oh my God! And then with that, it causes more neurodegenerative diseases.
So it gets worse and worse.
Well, more onslaught to get Alzheimer's, dementia. So like, sleep is essential. That's one thing that it's tough. You rewire yourself, because I was already wired like, hey, listen, I'm gonna burn the stick at both ends, and at that point I'm gonna get as much done as I possibly can, and then after I have everything accomplished, then I'll chill or hang out, right? And it's really not. It is about, to a certain degree, of balancing. Listen, I have to get sleep to make sure that I'll be able to function optimally the next day, to be able to do my best. Or be as healthy as I possibly can.
Bill Funk on here says, Fairlife milk, it's high protein. Yes, but it's still milk, and it's not enough protein. So, like I said before, if you get some quality whey protein or even egg whites, that's good protein. Yeah. So you don't need to be drinking all the extra stuff. Yeah. It's kind of like drinking NyQuil to go to sleep, when all you need is the stuff to help you sleep. Yeah. If all you're looking for is the protein, I feel that there's much better ways, because unless you're getting grass-fed milk, that's a whole nother show. A lot of these people are talking about Fairlife milk in gallons that you buy at the local store. Yeah. If you can get grass-fed, like real milk, like we've said before, it hydrates you better than water, believe it or not. So if you can get that, then that's the only milk that I feel that you should be drinking. Yeah. Because if you want to add 2,400 calories, more calories to your day, then why not just add 2 high-calorie meals, 1,200 calories? You could do some avocado, grass-fed butter, some steak, some potatoes. Eat one serving or 2 of those a day, and you're getting just as much calories. You're getting less lactose, better quality. So I mean, there's other ways to do it. I think people just look for like easier ways. Like, oh, if I just drink off this milk all day long, I'll get 2,400 more calories. But I mean, there's better ways, much better ways. Yeah. I eat my Donald's after my workout, but I'm trying to eat as clean as hard.
McDonald's.
Oh, McDonald's. I eat McDonald's. Okay. I was there for plenty of years, man. You got to give it up.
Yeah.
It's easy, it's cheap, it's quick, it's fast. You don't have to wait for the food. It's always close to the gym, but I'm telling you, man, you got to give it up. It took me a while before I gave up that Mickey D's, though.
So and think about this when you guys are eating, guys. Like, it's just really blatant. When you look at anything you're going to eat, and if it's already made, like at a restaurant, obviously you can't look at this, but anything in the grocery store, anything you pick up is going to have the ingredient list. Look at the ingredient list. You've seen that ingredient list, and it's like, it's full of things that you can't even pronounce. At that point, it's not going to be good for you to eat. All right? Yeah. It is what it is. All right. How can sleepmaxing be maintained in long term, especially during periods of stress or disruption? So sleepmaxing is just you preparing yourself to sleep better. So get in some sort of routine. Give yourself the best optimal ways. Like L-theanine is one great one, right? That's going to help you relax and help you get in that REM sleep.
I literally have a bottle of that.
The Titan Serenity, guys, if you guys really want sleep maxing, Titan Serenity is going to be the way to go. Magnesium, L-theanine, and taurine are going to help you get that deep sleep and help you go to sleep and stay asleep. Yeah. That is the best sleep maxing you're going to get out there. That is the tool that anybody should use, and it's natural. There's no narcotics, because think about it. Everybody's using all these different narcotics to go to sleep, right? And then they're a crutch, and then they're dependent on these things.
Yeah. They take a sleeping pill, then they take a wake up pill, and it's like
too
much.
I mean, even melatonin. Melatonin is widely abused, and melatonin should not be abused the way it is. If I was going to say, all right, you can't take melatonin at all. If I was going to say, all right, if you use it sparingly, and what I would mean is an example for sparingly, is if you went on a trip and the time zones were messed up and you couldn't go to sleep, then you could use melatonin as a tool to be able to get that rest while you're there. And then you go back on your time clock. But at that point, like using it every day, or putting kids like gummies and they're starting to take it now, like melatonin's a hormone.
Yeah, it's like all over like gummies, like eating it like it's bad.
Melatonin is the hormone in your body. When your body sees light, it wants to wake up. When it starts seeing dark, melatonin's released in the body to make you tired and go to sleep.
That's why you get that when it gets overcast. That's why everyone gets tired.
Yeah.
When it gets gray or when it gets dark, that's why people naturally get tired. It's that melatonin release. We got somebody asked here, do we have a pre-workout? We don't have a necessarily pre-workout, but I'll let you know what I do pre-workout, Anthony. I do ECA Plus, which is ephedra, caffeine, aspirin, B12, and choline. So what that does is it gets my blood flowing, gets my energy up, and it also gets my fat burning going. Yep. And the Hercules potion is just like an amino blast with lysine, citrulline. It has a whole bunch of aminos. You basically spot inject your muscle before you train, so that gives me the pump with the energy, with the fat burning, with the breathing, and it's just like an all-in-one. So ECA Plus and Hercules potion, that's pretty much the best pre-workout stack that you could take through Titan, in my opinion.
Absolutely.
And we also have Joseph up there saying, don't take melatonin, take magnesium citrate.
Yep.
No. Magnesium citrate, I think you got the wrong magnesium, because melatonin is to help you sleep. Magnesium citrate it's an oral laxative. It's a juice that you drink to help you use the bathroom. So I don't know if he said that as a joke or he got the wrong magnesium on there. But if you're looking to go to sleep, and you don't want to drink magnesium citrate, because you'll wake up and run to the bathroom all night. But actually, magnesium citrate does work for that purpose. Yeah. But I wouldn't take it to help you fall asleep. There's so many different forms of magnesium. People get it mixed up.
Yeah. Titan Serenity has the good magnesium that you want. It also has L-theanine and taurine in it, and it's not going to make you go to the bathroom.
Yeah. You take that magnesium citrate, you'll be on the toilet about 4 a.m., and then 5 a.m. And then,
Oh, man. Anthony, do you have a pre-workout? So, Anthony, you have to call or text us. Everything's prescribed. You'll just see one of our providers via telemedicine real quick, and then you can order a Hercules potion or one of our other vitamin amino acid injectable therapies or peptides, wherever you want it to go there.
Jeremy Wilson said, "What do you guys think of using baking soda as a pump inducer?" Baking soda isn't necessarily used as a pump inducer. I know people have used it before to help with lactic acid.
Yeah.
But Hercules Potion is going to help with the pump, and it's also going to help with the lactic acid.
Oh yeah.
So that's like comparing water to steak in terms of your protein source.
Yeah.
I mean, that's way too old school. Way better options.
Yeah.
Like what I was saying before, you don't want to take NyQuil if you have to go to sleep. Figure out why you need to go to sleep. So if you just want a straight pump, then Hercules Potion is pretty much all you need. Nice. The crazy thing is I can work out without even that much food in my body and still catch a pump if I have a Hercules Potion. I mean, my mind might be a little off, like, okay, I'm a little hangry, but I look at my body and the pump, everything is still there.
Dude, love it.
Yeah, so it's like, if you guys, girls, are worried about your stomach poking out for a photo shoot, or, you just don't want to, at the beach, eat a small meal, take the Hercules, that way you're full and your stomach stays in.
Ready to go.
Or pre-show is perfect.
Ready to go.
I was having a conversation on Tuesday with an athlete about that bodybuilder. I was like, man, just wait till you take that Hercules Potion before you go on stage. He was like, he literally stopped. He was like, I never even thought. I was like, yeah, watch. Now you're not gonna have to eat. You're not gonna have to eat. You're not gonna have to eat that much food. Your stomach's like, what?
My God.
He's like, every time my coach has me eat a burger or pancakes, it messes me up. I'm like, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, Hercules to the rescue.
For sure, for sure. How do you feel about testosterone? So testosterone is an awesome peptide therapy. It's FDA approved. It's a GHRH, so it releases growth hormone naturally. It revs up your pituitary to release growth hormone naturally. And at that point, you raise your IGF-1 levels. And raising IGF-1 levels is going to do a number of different things to help you out health-wise. I mean, as far as recovery, revitalization, like I said, all these different things: anti-aging, skin elasticity, hair, nails, better sleep patterns. I mean, so that's the one, right? And the thing that really sets it apart is it attacks visceral belly fat too as well. So it does two major things. So at that point, it's going to be good.
Joseph says, I was joking. Glad you caught that. Yeah, I had to catch it because other people will see this and be like, oh, yeah, I saw on Titan that you're supposed to drink magnesium citrate.
Right.
Drink it before you go to work and have the worst day of your life. It'd be like Dumb and Dumber when he put the When he put the laxatives, like, and he was that was hilarious.
What's going on, Seth? I hope all is well. How much should I have to take? 2 milligrams daily? So that would be something for our providers. Usually we do 1 milligram or 2 milligrams. It just depends on the patient.
They're asking about testosterone milligrams?
Yeah. Best thing for me to go from 6 foot, 215, to around 175. Wow. Why the drop at 6 foot? Do you want to recomp? I mean, because that's what I would do.
Are you a wrestler? Are you a fighter? Do you need to lose weight for something?
Yeah.
I mean, 6 feet, 215s. I mean, I can't see your body type, but
yeah, I mean, I mean, it could be 215 can be distributed really different. It really just matters.
You could look
right?
like a professional athlete, bodybuilder, or you could look like a guy on the couch. It just depends how your body type is.
But I guess our question is why are you set on the number 175?
Yeah.
Like, honestly, that's a little low. I mean, even if by the BMI chart, I think it's at 180 or something like that.
Yeah.
So. What I would say is, in my opinion, and Drew can have his too as well, is go for more of a recomp, right?
Yeah.
Like start trying to change some of this and develop some of, if you're overweight or have fat, and really start developing more muscle, right? And you'll start burning fat. And at that point, let's say you go down 10 pounds. 10 pounds is gonna be a big change. That's 205. At 6 foot, 200 to 205. That's perfect. For me right now, I'm at 205 to 210. I think it's time for me to go up to 215, 220 again to show fools I can do it at 44 years old coming up next month. Yeah.
But then again, like what John said, Caden, why are you looking to go down there? I mean, from the height and weight standpoint, looking at it, I mean, you may be a sprinter, you may be a runner, you may be a long distance runner. I know those guys need to be a little bit lighter than normal. Yeah. But 6 feet, the reason why we're asking is because 6 feet, 215 is usually like someone's goal. Yeah. That's usually like, okay, I'm 240. I want to get down to a ripped 6 feet, I'd be perfect. So we're just trying to get an idea of why you want to come down. I mean, we're not knocking you. We're not saying don't to lose the weight, but we're just trying to figure out what your goal is. Like John said, it might not be the weight you're looking at, the look you're going for. Mm-hmm. So if you think the look you're going for is 175, I could look at a picture of a guy that weighs 6 feet, 215 and has that same look. Right. So I'm interested. I'm just waiting to see. Okay, I'm not big like strength wise, but I'm not small. I'm just wanting to get more toned.
There is no such thing as tone, guys.
So in other words, you want more muscle definition, which means the muscles need to be stressed more. You need to diet better. So I would just say lift heavy, eat clean, and don't worry about the scale. And what your version of tone will come. Yeah, it's just going to take a little bit longer. Yeah, because if you go down too far, you have to have muscle for it to appear toned. In other words, if your body has no muscle, it's not going to have any type of shape or tone to it. Right. So the muscle bulging, then the low body fat is what gives you the tone. So if you drop body fat, gain muscle, that's the tone you're going to be looking for. And you could drop body fat and gain muscle and remain the same weight.
Yeah, that's a recon.
I've had clients 6, 8, 9 weeks the same weight. They're like, "What the hell? I'm looking so much different." Just like what John said, recon.
It's a recon, man. Clothes will fit different, right? Look different. Scale is the same. Don't look at the scale. The numbers should not be the effective thing. Yeah. Yes, there could be a goal for a weight, right? And especially for a guy. Like, there's a guy we'll answer a question here. He's 6 foot, 200 pounds. It's hard for me to gain. He wants to gain, right? He might want to go to 215, 220. At that point, he's going to have to do some different things like eating more food, more calories, maybe taking a GHRH like MK677 or something around those lines.
Or even getting your test levels checked. Your testosterone. If your testosterone's in the 200s, it may be hard to eat, maybe hard to recover.
Yeah. So,
what's Kelsey? Was it Kelsey Squires saying there are new Titan therapy in center?
See, I think is there a new Titan therapy in center?
Are there new Titan therapies that we offer? Is that what you're asking? I know therapy of the week is MOTS-C.
Yes.
MOTS-C mimics exercise.
Yes.
Yes. Someone else was asking about the therapy of the week too. It was MOTS-C. If you guys ever want to go back and listen, you could always listen to all these shows.
Yeah. Man.
Whether it's the podcast or you can rewatch them again on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram as well.
My girl's 50, good shape, weight lifts with me 6 days weekly. What can she use for stubborn body fat?
Perfect.
So 50 years old, want to definitely check her hormones. Make sure everything is dialed in, not just one thing, right? The other thing is that we could start looking at a number of different therapies from AOD to ECA Stack Plus to Retatrutide. Retatrutide is coming next week. That is the new GLP-1.
All these tides.
We've got
all these tides.
Different things for body fat. But one, I would say at 50 years old, make sure all the hormones are dialed in, blood work's all dialed in, thyroid's all dialed in, all that good stuff, right? We can run that nationwide. But at that point, we can start attacking whatever it is, But we have a number of different tools in the tool belt to help. Call or text us. We'll talk to you and we'll hook you up.
Amelia is asking, how long does weight loss therapy typically last, and what is the frequency of sessions? Well, semaglutide's 10 weeks. Yep. Terzapeptide is also 10 weeks, which is 2.5 months. And I believe the injection frequency is once a week, right?
Yeah.
Once a week injections for semaglutide and terzapeptide. Those are the two strongest, most popular ones we have that work the most effective. And the other ones are all different levels. I mean, ECA, I don't think...
Retrotrutide.
Yeah, but that's retrotrutide. All these utides and tide.
It'll be the therapy of the week next week. I'm letting you guys know right away, and you guys can order today.
Yeah, Seth Jordan saying Retta is once a week also.
Retta's the truth. If you look at it and you see some of the different things as far as 100%, and then the speed at the rate of how it works doubled the speed of tirzepatide. So if it took a patient...
What?
Yeah,
Retta?
Yeah.
You guys have no excuse. I don't want to see anybody...
Dude, I don't want to see nobody fat.
1 year from now, there should be nobody overweight. And if they are overweight, they were 300 pounds overweight, and now they're only 200 pounds overweight.
So this is the other thing. So I don't know if you've seen the singer came out, and she said...
The lift girl? Well, anyway,
I'm not
even giving that girl.
We're not even talking
the
about
forklift. Come on,
we're not talking about her. We're talking about Ava Levine. Okay. Ava Levine just came out and she said she's got this disease and it's because of Ozempic and it's osteoporosis. So osteoporosis can be prevented. At that point, testosterone will prevent osteoporosis. But if you're taking Ozempic, it's usually not going to cause osteoporosis. There might be other things causing this too as well. So don't just throw it on the drug. And if she was taking it, which she probably is, and probably every star in Hollywood is taking Ozempic or tirzepatide or now Retatrutide. So at that point, there's going to be so many different things that people have that there really should be no people that are overweight. And the less people that are overweight, the more healthy people are going to be, and the less strain we're going to have on the healthcare system in general.
User 1104 said, by the way, she's 40, but she's hot.
Oh, okay.
He's the guy that said his 50-year-old girlfriend works out 6 times a week. He's just letting us know, hey, she's hot.
Okay.
She's 40.
All right.
She looks
all right.
40. Okay, I got you.
I do. Listen, age is a number.
Yeah.
Me and Drew say this all the time. I mean, the way that people take care of themselves, it reflects, right? And then you see I've seen some 50-year-olds look like they're 30s.
Yeah.
Right. So,
you guys, look up Ernestine Shepherd.
Yeah.
She's 86 with a 6-pack and
that's
biceps.
crazy.
And she looks like she looks like an in shape 45 or 50-year-old. She's 86 or 88 or something crazy.
All right. Been on a 1,700 calorie deficit, but stuck on the last 15% body fat. Any tips? How long have you been on the diet for? You're only going to be able to go on this calorie deficit for so long. People go on calorie deficits way too long, like a year.
You'll be losing muscle.
Yeah, so we don't want that, right? You definitely want more muscle. More muscle is going to burn more body fat. So I guess how's your training schedule too as well? I mean, you need to maintain calories though for sure.
What is your height and weight, if you don't mind me asking?
Yeah, we need some more information.
Because 1,700 calories, I mean, that's like 120
She probably wasn't
pound
eating
woman.
enough protein. South Jordan about Ava Levine. Yeah, that girl, it's crazy.
See, the thing is, a lot of times people are doing a lot of other things too, and if they have a problem, they'll mention the weight loss thing they're doing.
Yeah.
But they don't mention the recreational drugs. They don't mention the partying. They don't mention the crappy diet. They don't mention the lack of sleep. They don't mention all this other stuff. And then they have a weight. If they have anything health related, they'll say, "Oh, it's because I'm taking that medication." Yeah. You really have to look at someone's lifestyle first instead of just what they're taking.
How about something for pain, back pain specifically, that would give me energy too? So we got a couple different therapies. I mean, you can use BPC and TB500. That might help a little bit, just depending on what it is, right? Yeah. For energy, ECAs, or we have a couple other ones that can definitely help you out as far as giving you more energy naturally. We NAD or some of the other different ones. But
also, I don't know, not to cut you off, but also MK677, I've heard that helps with back pain. I don't know if it's because it adds a little bit of water around your joints, but that might help as well. What else?
511 TRT, Semarelin, 235. How much protein a day minimum? So I guess if you're 235 pounds, I mean, you're going to want to eat 1 gram to 1.5 grams of protein, depending on what you're trying to do. If you're trying to, gain more muscle, then that's what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to do 1 gram, 1.5 grams.
Yeah, you got to be at
least
300, 350.
MK67 here is in clinical trials. It is. So MK is a game changer, guys. You're talking about the only oral GHRH out there, and there's more data on it than there ever was. Because, I mean, clinics like us, and our patients are data too as well, right? Like, we know that it works. They have clinical trials and it working, right? On age groups of 55 years and older, and raising IGF-1 levels, where I think it was 123%. Don't hold me to that number, but it's close to that. So at that point, it's going to be a game changer for a lot of people out there, I think. Is Max Pro Elite protein shakes good? I have no idea. Never drank it.
I have no clue.
Never drank it.
I'm an egg whites guy. I love my egg whites. You never have a problem with your stomach. Yeah. It's one ingredient. It's natural. Yeah. It is what it is.
Thoughts on Semarelin versus MK677? Okay, so Semarelin was like one of the first one of the first GHRH peptides. Semarelin was supposed to replace growth hormone. It was supposed to help with obviously muscle wasting. It was supposed to for growth hormone disorders or deficiencies in children and adults. And at that point, it was utilized as anti-aging, right? We were utilizing with a couple different things like GHRP2 and GHRP6 when we first started 12 years ago. And at that point, it works, but it only works for so long and only brings it up so many points in the IGF-1 scale. So it'll work probably about 3 to 6 months. And after that, you really won't feel the benefits. So MK is something that you can take Semarelin forever, but I'm telling you, after 6 months, you really don't feel a difference. And on paper, you really don't start seeing the needle move at all. MK, you're going to see the needle move tremendously. It's going to create a ravishing hunger. It's going to help with strength. It's going to raise IGF-1 levels, but you're only going to stay up for so long. So if you stay on MK, let's say 60 to 90 days tops, then you're going to switch over. And then what are you going to switch over to? Because What you should switch over to would be like a CJC, IPA maybe, or maybe a testosterone, or even hexarelin. The feedback that I've got on hexarelin has been ridiculous as far as for muscle building. Patients, guys and girls, and some girls were complaining about it, but guys were very happy with it.
Yeah, I haven't used testosterone. I haven't used hexarelin. There was another one too. I mean, I haven't used MOTS either, but that's why a lot of times if you guys hear me see something like, oh, I need to try that, I haven't. Yeah. Some of the, I haven't tried everything with Titan, so I'm gonna be honest. I'm not gonna say, oh, it's the greatest thing and we're great for me. Yeah. But I will let you know that everybody I've heard has been good on it. All the studies I've seen on it. But yeah, I'm interested to try that MOTS though. MOTS, I feel like MOTS and testosterone. Yeah. If you could take those two together, if somebody's getting ready for a bodybuilding show, or if somebody just wants to get lean, testosterone with MOTS, I think that would be nasty. It would target your belly fat. It would do everything, give you energy. So it's a nice little stack right there. I think I might throw that in my stack maybe next year, end of the year.
Be good. Definitely be good. Nail, can I buy MK? We don't need blood work for any of the peptides. All you have to do is fill out the new patient paperwork. You would see the medical provider real quick through a telemedicine visit. It's very simple, very easy to do. And at that point, then you can get prescribed MK or a number of our other different therapies that we offer that do not require blood work.
Seth Jordan's asking what doesn't increase your GH levels. There's a lot of stuff that doesn't.
Like the others?
What do you mean, like the others?
No, it says which doesn't increase your GH levels like the others. AOD. Yeah. So that's what he's talking about. So AOD 9604 doesn't increase IGF-1 levels.
ECA doesn't do it.
No,
ECA, no Hercules.
No, the only thing that's going to really increase your growth hormone levels that we do are GHRH peptides. Now there is some clinical data on amino acids. If you take them on an empty stomach in the morning, so much of a dose that could help raise IGF-1 levels too, which in turn makes sense, right? Because all growth hormone is amino acid in a different sequence. So
Pizzle 3653. What are we talking about here?
WWE.
WWE. Hey, what are we talking
He's ready.
about here?
He's ready. Bring the contract.
Yeah, bring it.
Bring the contract.
I'm ready to go. Let me know.
5'11", 170 pounds. Been on a cut for 2 months. I was 193 pounds. This guy was eating 1,700 calories.
5'11", 170, 2 months. Have you been at 1,700 for 2 months? 193.
How much weight have you lost?
Says that he was 193, so he's lost 17 pounds, 23 pounds.
That's good.
Pretty good.
In 2 months?
That's quick.
Dude, you're on track, man.
Yeah, you're good. What are you trying?
Yeah. What do you want, man? Yeah. Unless you're taking something like, listen, you want to expedite it, there's some different therapies we can do to expedite it real quick. But at that point, like, man, you're doing, if this is just by yourself, you're doing really good. I mean, I don't know anybody that would turn down losing 23 pounds in 2 months. Yeah. Seriously.
That's good. And the thing is you could lose 23 pounds in 2 months if you weigh like someone that weighs what I weigh, or someone, someone that's 280, 300, 320.
The more weight you are, the easier it is.
Yeah, because you lost a big percentage of your body weight. That would be the equivalent of me losing like 40 pounds.
Yeah.
Which is a lot. So
listen, and then it goes back to me and Drew talking about before somebody else on here who was 6 foot. You're 5'11". That's 1 inch under 6 foot. Yeah. And you're 170 pounds. Do you think
these guys are trying to get shredded?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
you guys get ready for a contest?
Are you cutting to get shredded like that, or do you want some muscle on you? Because 5'11", we should look at maybe. I mean, 170's there. I think I'm BMI, but 180 would be all right. Muscle wise.
We should set something up where these people can throw in their pictures in here.
I know.
I wish there was a way we could set this up. Where we could say, hey, they could show us before and after pics. We could, give them an idea what their bodies look, because it's so hard to just see height and weight on paper.
Yeah.
I mean, when people even saw Serena Williams, they used to think she was weighed so much, and I think her playing weight was like 145 or 150 at 5'10". So she's a tall woman.
Right.
So she's tall and looks, but she's only like 145, 150 because she was so lean. So, but yeah, I mean, I want to see what these people look like. But 170, 5'11", you're shredded.
Yeah.
You're shredded. You're shredded.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
Seems like a lot. Can weight loss therapy be effective for individuals with history of eating disorders? I guess that would say. So eating disorders are catchy, right? That's something that
eating disorder in a overly or eating disorder meaning you don't eat enough or eat too much?
Usually it's something that
Usually it doesn't eat enough.
Yeah, or it's bulimic or something like that, make them throw
Maybe
themselves
MK?
puke. Oh, no. No, you don't want to make them gain rapid weight either. No. You know, I think this would definitely be an individual-based thing as far as if we would treat them or not because of the history of the eating disorder and see where their mind's at.
I wonder what their blood would be at.
I mean, I don't think even if we call them
malnourished?
ECAs,
Yeah.
well, usually what happens is, they're malnourished because they're usually not eating or they're puking up what they're eating.
Right.
So at that point, they have the higher tendency to abuse weight loss medications to lose weight, and they're not eating on top of it. Which, I mean,
it's the same thing.
Semaglutide or tirzepatide.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Hey, look, was it Nicole? Kenny, it's the same thing with bodybuilders. So a lot of women would have eating disorders or men have eating disorders. They don't realize that. On the flip side, when you look at bodybuilders, we have what's called bigorexia, which isn't talked about. A lot of people laugh. They think it's a joke, but it's actually the same thing as the eating disorder. It's the same thing as the eating disorder, but the opposite way, where guys will be my size, twice my size, looking in the mirror every day saying, I'm small, I'm skinny, and they'll take a whole bunch of stuff and eat a whole bunch of stuff because they're never big enough. So
that's right.
It goes both ways. It's not just about people under eating. It goes both ways. So either way, whether you're not eating enough or eating too much, either way, I mean, I've dealt with it too. I've had that same problem. I'm not going to lie. I've had the same problem. Yeah. When I looked in the mirror, I've been 300 pounds with a six-pack and been like, I'm small. I need to get bigger. Yep. You know, it's kind of like it happens with everybody. Most guys aren't real enough to say it. I'll be real enough to say it.
I'm right there with Drew.
Yeah.
I
have 300 pounds with a six-pack. I look in the mirror and I'm like, man, I feel small today. I put on a sweatshirt and don't show myself. So it's the same reason with these people with eating disorder. So look, we feel your pain. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the same thing going the other way.
I agree. I definitely agree.
The difference is when people have an eating disorder and they're not eating enough, it's actually better for them to get healthy shape. Because if you're dealing with a guy that's 100 pounds overweight, and he's been taking a whole bunch of illegal drugs and stuff, and he's like 100 pounds muscle overweight, he's not going to lose that 100 pounds in 2 or 3 months. No. It's going to take a long time. But whereas I've seen people, even animals that are malnourished, when they find these animals or they see people that are malnourished, they can get back to normal weight in a couple months. Yeah. So it doesn't really take that long. So, I mean, we got you. We got you.
I think eating disorders are more of a mental health issue too as well.
Yeah, we got you.
Christian Dior, what's going on? How you doing? And then I guess with the better question, what peptide is close to HGH? So testosterone is probably your best one. It's an oral GHRH. The other one would be IGF-1 LR3. YK1111 I wouldn't take. Sorry, I just wouldn't do it.
Ryan's asking, I said egg whites you drink raw for your protein shakes. How do you take them? Straight out of the carton. I don't do egg whites in the shell. That's disgusting. That's salmonella. That makes you feel like you're going to throw up. Yeah. It's slimy. Yeah. Egg whites in the carton, they taste just like skim milk. They're pasteurized. They have no slimy tastes. And they're safe to drink either out of the carton or with frozen fruit or however you want to mix them up.
Yep. And I eat hard-boiled eggs.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I get my egg whites, just cook hard-boiled eggs and just take them off. Yep. Either way.
Either eat them or drink them. Just get them in you.
Get them in you.
Get them in you.
For sure.
Just get it in you.
And not the Rocky style. Breaking the eggs in your mouth.
Oh, that Hulk Hogan, Rocky.
Yeah, nah, man. Nah.
Those eggs back then were real eggs. We don't know what kind of eggs we're getting nowadays. Back then we could do that. Nowadays,
the bird flu and all that going around.
Nah. I've actually never tried all the crazy stuff. I've never tried. In whole
really?
Egg. I've tried egg whites without the yolk, but I've never tried like a whole egg.
I did it one time. I'll never do it again.
Would it make you feel like nauseous?
I didn't like it at all. Slimy.
I know guys that crack them and just throw them right in their protein shakes, right in the blender, like a couple of them. Yeah. I'm not getting sick for anybody.
Not me either. I was stupid to do it. Oh man. All right, so I think we covered our topics. We went over questions with you guys. Let's talk about the event. We talked about the Motor Enclave for Cars and Couture Masquerade edition this year.
February 8th.
Yeah.
It's coming up.
Yeah, I think it's from 6 to 10.
Black tie event, 6 to 10 black tie event. So, tickets are on Everbright right now, so if you guys want to get tickets, check out Everbright.
Yep.
There's a whole bunch of different packages. They have individual tickets. They have like couples tickets. They have VIP. Then they have couples VIP. And they also have one you can get a whole table. Yeah. You can get like a whole table, like 6 people or whatever. So you have your own table. And that also comes with other perks and stuff too. But yeah, check it out, everbright.com for Titan Medical presents.
Exotic cars, beautiful models, beautiful
Cars and
location. We're going to be there. It's going to be awesome. So if you guys aren't going to go to Cars and Couture, now you guys are going to go because we're going to be there. So you guys can come take a picture with us, hang out with us, see what's up.
There's gonna be a lot of muscle cars, a lot of engine revving, a lot of
exotics,
a lot of luxury, and it's a black tie event too. So dress up.
It's gonna be nice. So
Dress up.
I think that's it, man.
That's pretty much it for this week. We'll be back next week every Friday, 2 p.m. Eastern Time. This is Titan Lifestyle. Me and John. Check us out on Instagram, YouTube. Hit the bell so you're notified of videos like this if you're subscribed, and also if you're subscribed. Also check us out on Facebook and TikTok. And the podcast.
Let's do it.
Everywhere. We'll see you guys next week for Titan Lifestyle.